Alright, so you're on a personal growth journey. You're all about self-improvement. You get up earlier than you used to and you hate it, but you heard it's good for you, so you do it. You identify as spiritual. All of the new friends you've been making won't stop asking your zodiac sign. You meditate in the morning and you tell everybody about it afterwards. Wim Hof is your new guru. You use mantras and affirmations, and you've seen all the hot babes on the YouTubes and the Instagram tell you that you can make 100K in the next 5 minutes if you follow these simple steps, but you've already learned that time is an illusion, so you don't have to worry about that. You just close your eyes and imagine $1 million in your bank account. Well, actually, you're just kind of struggling in life and you want a bit more money. You want a better life, like we all do. And you come across the law of attraction and you're trying to find out, is this a way? Can I manifest my way to happiness and wealth and prosperity and get all of the women and whatever you want? Let's find out. Let's do a recap over what the law of attraction is. And of course, there's many different variations and interpretations. I'm going to do my best to give you my interpretation. So the general idea is that your thoughts create your reality. So that is to say that if you have a positive thought, you will experience a positive reality. Pretty simple. That also means if you have a negative thought, that you're going to have a negative reality. So you could say if you are afraid, you're going to have a bad future. To fear something implies that it's something you're not going to enjoy, and so you fear, and so when you finally do get to the future, which arrives as the present moment, you'll be sad, you'll be scared, you'll be alone, whatever. Now, if you're excited, excitement being kind of the opposite of fear, because they're both based on future events that have not yet happened. Excitement might lead to fun events, so maybe you get a hot date, maybe you get lots of money, maybe you get a new job, or maybe you go on a holiday that you're really happy about. Another way that people look at it is by vibration. So we could say something is high vibration or low vibration. Things like fear are low vibration. Things like happiness and abundance, high vibration. So if you are vibrating at the abundance frequency, then you're going to experience happiness, love, connection, money, all the things you want. Whereas if you're low vibe, you're going to find empty bank accounts, you're gonna get fired from your job, no one's gonna want to date you, and you're gonna be alone forever, and your kids are gonna run away, and your ex is gonna take everything. Now, a word that's commonly used when we talk about the law of attraction is manifestation. And the idea is that people who believe in the law of attraction, they'll say, oh, I manifested it. So like they get a new job, they're like, I manifested a new job. Whereas someone who's just like a normal person will be like, I got a new job. Same thing, they both got a job. If you look at these two video thumbnail titles, they're both about losing weight. One person is telling you to lose weight through doing exercise, and then another person is telling you a law of attraction, manifestation, mindset kind of way to do it. So they're both trying to get you the same outcome. They're just different approaches to it. And both the mind approach and the body physical approach, in my opinion, are vital to actually having, the law of attraction, as it were, play out in your favor. Because otherwise you're just going to be sitting there thinking about losing weight, but you're still eating French fries or whatever you do, and you're not actually losing the weight. The word manifestation, to manifest, it seems to have this kind of woo-woo connotation these days. Like people ask me, do you believe in manifestation? And I'm like, well, yeah, I do believe in manifestation, because manifestation is effectively to bring something from your thought into reality. So like every day when I go to the toilet to take a dump, like I manifested that shit. That's all it is. You have a thought and then you act on the thought, and then it happens in reality. You want to make dinner? Think about what you want to have for dinner, go to the store, buy the stuff, and make your dinner. That's a manifestation. So there's many advocates, proponents for the law of attraction. Some famous celebrities you might have heard of would be like Oprah Winfrey. She says she's manifested in her career. Jim Carrey said he once manifested $10 million. Here's a little clip of him talking about it.
Wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, put it in my wallet, and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff. And just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber.
So these people say it works. A lot of other people say, no, it doesn't work. They're just privileged people, or they got lucky, or blah, blah, blah. So those are interesting arguments. One says, I visualized my $10 million fortune. Another person says, no, that's just because of your privilege. Maybe. Now, people that are proponents for the law of attraction, when people say that, oh, I tried the law of attraction and it didn't work, they might say something like, oh, well, you didn't take action. In order to make your dinner, you gotta make your dinner. You can't just think about your dinner and then hope that it appears on the table in front of you. When I first got into meditation and yoga and all this stuff, I genuinely thought that I could just sit down and meditate and do absolutely nothing and that money would appear in my bank account or something would happen. It didn't. It just didn't work that way. And I was really annoyed about it because at the time I was like, well, this is so exciting. I can just become a millionaire, but I didn't give anybody a reason to give me €1 million or $1 million whatever. So I was thinking about and visualizing the $1 million, but it never came. And some people would say, well, it's because you didn't do anything. I would agree. I just sat there. I didn't do anything. If I was the universe, I wouldn't give me $1 million either. Other people might say that the reason you can't manifest your dream life with the law of attraction is because you have underlying resistance. Like subconsciously, you don't believe yourself to be worthy. So basically the argument is that you're not doing enough personal growth work and you're actually low vibe when you think you're high vibe, but you're not because you're subconsciously low vibe, and that's why your life is poo. If you believe in the law of attraction, but it's actively making your life worse in that if you are visualizing something, you got your vision board, you got your new car there, and you're not getting a new car. It's just not happening. You're not getting the income that you want. And you start to say to yourself, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so low vibe, and that's why I can't have the life I want. I would say the law of attraction for you is not very helpful because you're being unkind to yourself. My whole thing in this life is be as kind as possible in any situation. And if you're not being kind, then you're not picking the highest option in that situation because kindness is always an option. Someone might be like, yeah, me and my boyfriend broke up, but it's okay because, he was toxic and is the universe just taking him out of my life because he's low vibe and I'm high vibe. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe the universe has whisked out a low vibe person, but it's kind of just speculation. And it kind of sounds to me like the energy coming from there is like, I'm hurt and I'm just trying to justify what's happened rather than actually feeling the pain and the feelings that are coming up as a result of a breakup. Like ultimately all we know is that you're not together anymore. The rest is kind of down to interpretation. Unless you're like some wizard or guru and you have all of the answers the universe has to offer. Well, I'm not, so I don't know about that. If the law of attraction works for you, and by that I mean it helps you get up and achieve your goals and get things done in life, that's wonderful. But if you're using it for something like, I'm gonna manifest my ex back because they're stupid for leaving me, that's probably not the best use of the law of attraction. You're basically saying, I'm unhappy with where I'm at. I am denying the fact that my ex, who blocked me on everything and told me they didn't want to be with me anymore, I'm denying the fact that they don't want to be with me. I'm disrespecting their boundaries. And I'm like, I'm gonna ninja kung fu psychic my way back into their life. Maybe in that situation, you would be better to work on yourself, maybe do some introspective time, reflect on that relationship and why it didn't work out instead of trying to get back into it. So how do we actually get the law of attraction to work for us? You need action, but you need belief, right? So the law of attraction manifestation thing, it's a very heady thing. Whereas people that are all like, oh, law of attraction is bullshit. I'm just a, pure science, matter of fact, whatever. All of that is very grounded. And I think it's important to have a balance of the groundedness and the airy-fairy nature of the law of attraction. I've started to be more practical. I look at different areas like stoicism, for example, is a nice one that I enjoy because I find that those practices help me to be consistent on a day-to-day basis with my action, which then allows me to bring my actual ideas and manifestations to this plane. Because otherwise you might find that you're just in your head, but you're not actually out there in the world doing the things that results in the outcome that you desire. I'm going to give you another example of something I manifested today. It was crazy. I was out for a run and I thought to myself, I'm going to round the corner just before my apartment block. I'm going to smile and I'm going to stop running and I'm going to walk the rest of the way to my building. That's exactly what happened. When I had that thought in my mind, I literally saw myself smiling and stopping and I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. But then I kept running. If I just stopped and sat in the hill, that manifestation would never have happened. So when you're sitting there in your room meditating, thinking about the $1 million that's going to come into your bank account, that's wonderful. But you need to do something that's going to result in someone or lots of people giving you $1 million, because otherwise it's probably not going to happen. Your bank account effectively is a mirror for the value that you have given. So is it a scam? Maybe. I would encourage you to identify what works for you. If the law of attraction, if visualizing and manifesting and all of that stuff works for you and helps you to live a life that feels good for you and the people around you, then that's wonderful. If you're finding that it's not helping you, then it's okay to disregard all or some of these principles and just identify what works, do more of that, less of the other stuff, and maybe you pick up some things from different areas of life as well, different insights, different ways of approaching things, and that's how you're gonna find your law of attraction, the one that really works for you. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was of some use to you. If you enjoyed the video, would you please like it for me? It helps it reach more people. Comment, tell me what you liked, what you don't like. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your experience with the law of attraction? Tell me. Feel welcome to disregard everything I've said. This is just my one opinion. It's probably going to change in time as well, because I was a huge proponent way back in the day. I'd be like, no, you can't say it's not true. It's magic. I can get it. You know, we do things. We live life. It's fine. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.